So, I discovered Sueco not too long ago. I discovered him when the single Paralyzed dropped. And, I liked that. It was a pretty good rock song. I looked at some of the other stuff that he had, and it was like a bunch of generic-ass rap that I hated, mostly. But he did have some other rock songs at the time, and some of the rap wasn't that bad. I was like, okay. I added some of it to my playlist, move on, whatever. And then another rock song comes out. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. And now we got this album, and I could not be fucking happier. Leading up to this album, I had already become a pretty big fan of Sueco, and when I heard he was gonna have an album drop, I was so fucking hyped for it. Because before this, the only album he had was not like a very high budget thing. It was called Miscreant, I think. It only had like 8 songs on it, and it was mostly rap. I didn't fucking like it that much. As always, these are just my opinions. Feel free to disagree, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna stop the rambling and let's get into the reviewing.
I wake up at noon.
This is one of my favorite ones, actually, right off the start. It's one of the more quiet ones, but it really fucking kicks it at the end. This song has that thing where, starts off small and then it slowly gets more intense as the song goes on. Starts off with just that acoustic guitar, and then the quieter type vocals come in. Then that higher pitch instrument, which I still can't tell what it is. Then halfway through, it basically keeps all these, but they get more intense. I see a lot of songs like this where they just get more intense as it goes on. And the downside to that is that you really only have one beat drop in the whole song, and it's also right at the fucking end. Honestly, most of the time, I kind of just listen to songs, just for the beat drop. But Sueco is actually one of the few artists where the rest of the song is, just as good as the beat drops. The first half of the song is very good, I like it, but the second half is obviously just way better. Hits way fucking harder. The vocals are fantastic in basically every Sueco song, but I think they're especially good in this one. When you hear that screaming, and then the drums and the guitar kick in, oh my god. Lyrics are very good, sets up a good story, waking up, being stressed out, addictions, Overall, definitely one of the best ones. Very fucking empowering, man. This is a good one. I like the use of the piano at the start. It sets this nice, quiet sort of mood. Then it just goes off the fucking rails. The rap at the start flows well, Lyrics are good through the whole thing. It's kind of one of those classic songs about, a girl they broke up with or something. But, the metaphors in it are very well said. Your favorite necklace is my right hand. That's a pretty smart fucking line. Beat drop hits hard as fuck, mainly because of that fucking guitar. It's so fucking heavy. The guitar hitting those low notes in that chorus, oh my god, it's so good. The fast drums fucking slap. The higher pitched vocals in the second verse are very good. Overall, very good one,
Top down, speeding on the 405, one hand on the wheel.
I didn't like this one too much. I like it, it's a good one, just not the greatest. This song, I feel like I kind of gotta, pick and choose good parts. Some small parts are really good, and then the rest is just, pretty average. The switch up at the start is very good. It literally sounds like 2 different fucking songs. The beat drop is very good. I like the note pattern and the guitar. Vocal pattern is pretty good. Drums are okay. All these things, really just come together. They mesh very well. I know I say that a lot, but I don't really know how else to put it. It's probably the most generic song on the album. I feel like I've heard this kind of song, a million fucking times already. And out of these types of songs, it does a pretty average job at it. It's alright. It's not that good, not that bad. This one's alright. I like the cut of instrumental right before the chorus. I love when songs do that, because it makes the chorus so much more fucking powerful. The chorus itself doesn't really have a lot in it. It kind of just keeps the elements from the verse. But the vocals and lyrics are very good there. The note that the vocals hit right at the start make it very fucking strong.
The vocals in general are just very good in this song. They have so much passion. They feel very genuine here.
The song is not really rock to me. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not rock. Because, it's a lot quieter than the rest of them. It's kind of an outlier here, but, that's fine. It's still a pretty good song. But the chorus right at the end, though, does step it up quite a notch. It's the only time you hear that heavier fucking guitar, and the only time you even hear any fucking drums at all, I think. It's a chill song, you know? Not one of my favorites, but, you know, still one of the better ones.
If I had a death note, I would write my name on every page.
Okay, I'll just say it right now. This is the best one on here, like, without any fucking question. Dude, vocals are fucking phenomenal. He has that vocal style in literally, like, all of his rock songs, but holy shit, does it just fucking hit different in this one? Like, oh my god. My favorite part is probably the first pre-chorus. The vocals there hit so fucking hard, and they don't even have a full instrumental. The guitar throughout the whole thing has that raspiness that I love in a fucking guitar. It's so fucking heavy. The bass pairs with it beautifully. The drums are very good, especially in that part right before the last chorus where they're just spazzing the fuck out. Love the beat, good lyrics, you know, talks about himself kind of like hating himself from what other people say, which, say what you will about that topic, kind of been done before, but, you know, at least it's different from the rest of the album lyrically. I love fucking everything about this. I literally can't find anything wrong with it. It is such a good fucking song.
Hello. Drug doll, that's my style.
You know, I like this one. I like the more electronic style they go for with the very techy guitar and vocals. I like how the verses have this lighter acoustic guitar to kind of contrast with the chorus, with having that super fucking heavy electronic guitar. Lyrics are pretty damn generic, you know, literally just another song about getting drunk and thinking about a breakup. The little pauses at the start of the chorus make the vocals hit harder there. I like when songs do that, most of the time, we'll get to that. Also, side note, what's with the female singer? Not an issue, it's like, why is she like barely there and not credited? I looked it up, her name is Victoria Zaro. She also does music, like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. Regardless, I like this one, you know. Not that much to say about it. Not even really a generic song. Just, I don't know. It's a good one. I like it.
I shall sing on my heart, therapy.
This one is not that great. It's a very weird vocal mix, you know. We got some Sueco singing, some rapping, and a little bit of screaming, which we don't really hear that often from him. I feel like a lot of people get annoyed by Sueco vocals in general. Because, you know, they can be a little piercing at times, you know, they can be a little loud and obnoxious, but I like them for the most part. I love Sueco vocals in basically all his songs, but for this one, I kind of have to agree a little bit, you know. Very piercing to the point, like, sometimes it literally hurts my ears, you know, like, I gotta turn my shit down. You know, the vocals are okay, but this one is definitely also lacking instrumentally. The guitar is very generic, and I don't like the pausing in the chorus that they do here. It works well in Loser because it lines up with the vocals and the drums, you know, pattern-wise, but here it feels random. Like, I know it's not, but it doesn't hit my ears right. I don't know, it's mixed very weird. There's that generic-ass trap percussion, which, you know, you hear a lot now, and I don't really mind it, but it does not fit this song at all. Like, it just does not fit in. I don't know, man. It's an okay song. It's not good for me. This is a pretty good one. This is like less rock to me though, and more just like pop, which I'm fine with, you know. I like pop, not as much as a lot of other genres, but you know, I don't have like a huge problem with it. Most rocky thing about this is definitely those drums, man. Fuckers hit fast and hard. The fast piano is a good choice, you know, mixed with this vocal pattern, makes it really upbeat, really gives it that, you know, like early 2010s pop vibe. I also like the pattern of the guitar in the chorus, you know, makes this one very happy. You know, I won't lie, a lot of the songs in this album sound very similar to me, you know. I think that's more of a genre thing, though, you know, this album being basically just, you know, this rock punk sort of vibe. But this one definitely stands out quite a lot from the bunch, you know, not really having a lot of those kind of elements in here. I like this one a lot. Very good change of pace from the rest. Okay, I really fucking like this one. It has that same thing as Paralyzed, where, you know, starts off with just the piano and then it kicks the fuck up. When those, like, techie instruments start at the 20-second mark, da-na-na-na-na-da-da-da-da, I fucking love that riff. I don't know why. Just As soon as I heard that, I got immediately sucked into this one. The bass pairs way too fucking well with that sound, and it is extremely fucking catchy. I just love the pattern and just the sound of it. The guitar in the verses is very good, and the vocals going with the tech instrument in the chorus make this song very memorable. Also makes it hit, say it with me now, hard as fuck. I think the worst part though is definitely the switch up at the end. I do not like that part at all. Caught me way off guard, and like in the worst way possible. I think they meant for it to kind of sound stupid and out of place, but that doesn't excuse it from being stupid and out of place. Overall, very good song though. I mean, honestly, I just listen to it and just don't listen to the end part, you know, and it's a great fucking song. Definitely one of the best on the album, I would say.
I don't wanna be sober, but I'm sick of...
This is a pretty good one, you know. I like the drum pattern on it a lot. All of the songs on the album hit really hard, but just the slower drums in the chorus, you know, make each note and sound just way more powerful. I won't lie though, the thing that kind of kills this song for me is the feature, Arizona Zervas, I think. I guess he's not, like, bad, you know. I listened to one of his other songs, Roxanne, but, you know, that was 3 or 4 years ago, you know. My taste in music was a lot different, and his verse in this song is really just that generic rap that I hate. You know, got the generic-ass trap bass, trap percussion, you know. And I hate when rappers put auto-tune on their rapping. It's like, dude, you're not even singing notes. Why do you need auto-tune? It just makes it sound fucking stupid in my opinion. And there's like almost no rappers that can actually pull that shit off. Anyway, Arizona's verses and pre-verses, I guess, are not that bad, like, but they're just like slightly worse than Sueco's. All the other elements of this song, you know, the drums I really like, you know, has a pretty decent guitar. They fuse very well, make this a very solid track, anyway. One of the more generic ones, but, you know, still pretty good.
She say I'm a favorite, it's probably cause I'm famous.
Okay, this song is like the definition of fucking average. I'll say this right now, this song has literally no rock. Like, it's just straight up rap with like a little bit of singing. The rap flow isn't bad, and the lyrics are okay, but the instrumental is probably the most generic fucking thing I've ever reviewed. Literally, this is the most basic fucking instrumental. Literally the only things in it is that piano, which is like okay, not great, not bad, and then it has the generic ass trap percussion and bass. And the patterns on them aren't even that fucking crazy. Like, it's so basic. Like, it's fine having some of those generic sounds, like I said before, you know? Like, I'm used to hearing it a lot, and it doesn't necessarily sound bad most of the time, but it's like, it just feels like that's kind of all the song fucking has right now. All that being said, I mean, it's still very fucking catchy. It's very upbeat and easy to, you know, jam to, kinda. Got a good vibe, you know? It's an okay song. Like, it is just so fucking average, it's not even funny.
Guys, my dream in life is to get gangbanged by 4 guys.
This is a pretty good one. You know, doesn't really fit being last in my opinion, but then again, like, what else are you gonna put there? The intro thing with the girl is kind of funny, and that fucking guitar, man, it's so fucking heavy. I love that shit. The drums are okay, but, you know, they don't really need to be crazy for this one. You know, the tech instrument sets the vibe, you know, vocals are good. I mean, it's a Sueco song, obviously vocals are good. You know, the combination of all this shit makes this very strong, and, you know, maybe not as much as some of the other ones in here, but I feel like it does it in its own way. I hate that I don't really have anything to say about this, but it's just like, it's a very good song. It's just everything goes together well, okay? It was a pretty decent way to end the album.
She keep calling me, leave me the fuck on.
You know, I'd probably rate this album as a whole like a 7 out of 10. You know, all the songs here are at least decent. You know, I don't think there's a bad song on this album. Toxic Therapy is probably the worst one here, and it's not even that bad. The reason this album is not higher is because a lot of the songs sound very similar, and this album plays it very safe. Which is good and bad, because if all your songs are, like, kind of similar, which it means that all of them are probably going to be at least decent if they're around the same, you know, level. But it also means that your shit might start to get a little bit more repetitive. You know, like I said before, I think this is more of a genre thing with the punk, you know, rock thing. You hear a lot of the same, like, punk rock instruments, a lot of the same rock beats, and that's fine. You know, I like rock. It's definitely my favorite genre. Just, I would like to hear a little more variety. I get that it's all one genre, but, like, you can still differentiate, you know, songs and artists from each other. And you can do that here. It's just, I don't know. It's just, they sound kind of similar. I also don't really know how to feel about the lyrics throughout this album. It's either talking about getting high and drunk too much or a breakup. Obviously, these are things in his life, and I don't mind him talking about them, but it's like, really can't find anything else to say. Like I said, though, it's still a very good album. Like how he still kind of incorporates his rap in some parts, you know, for the people who actually liked his rap from before. You know, like I said, I fucking love Sueco vocals. I've been saying throughout the whole video, and, you know, that's really boosting up this album, man. I love the vocals basically through this entire thing. The instrumentals, well, not really that unique from each other, mostly still fucking slap. Drums and guitar mostly work well together, and make those vocals fucking punch. Overall, very good album, you know. I had very high expectations for this, and it mostly delivered. I will definitely be doing more EP and album reviews in the future. Probably just for artists that I like, because, you know, I kind of like to give perspective from the fans' point of view, you know what I'm saying? And also, I don't really want to do a crap ton of these music reviews. You know, I like to do them, but I just don't want it to be like my entire channel, you know what I'm saying? As always, feel free to speak your mind in the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And, yeah, guess I'll see you later.